overinterpret my position on human nature.
Oh, okay.
I do not say that bullying is innate. What I am saying is children begin life very immature, and they lack self-discipline. They have to be taught and trained, modeled, and encouraged to develop self-discipline. And as they are going through that process of childhood and youth years, different individuals mature at different rates. But lacking that immaturity, when you put children into group dynamics, children learn very quickly one thing, and that is they love attention, they love to be loved, they love to have more, better treatment than somebody else, and I do believe children are naturally self-centered and greedy. A baby cries from the very beginning because he wants his milk, later his food, because he doesn't want to be told no. He wants to do things his way. Part of growing up in those early years is learning to be self-disciplined and not always getting what you want and not misbehaving because you don't get what you want. But when you put a group of people together who have varying levels of maturity or immaturity, you start to see the development of pecking orders. Every one of us in this room have gone through school experiences, family experiences, even workplace experiences as adults, where we face people who want to get into contention, fighting over who is the boss, who is in control, who is the one who is at the top of the totem pole or the pecking order in this particular group dynamic. The more immature those children are, the meaner they can be. As a result, children will learn to bully in an effort to compete with one another. As society becomes more and more conditioned to and sensitive to the negative outcome of bullying, and we see the negative social aspects of bullying, we recognize the need to get more serious. You know, just 50 years ago, people didn't treat bullying as a very serious problem. Thankfully, we have arrived where I believe the majority of people recognize that bullying is bad. The average adult today, parent or grandparent, one of their primary concerns about sending their children to a school is, you know, will my child be bullied? And that has nothing to do with whether that child is identified with a specific sexual orientation or a specific race or any other classifications that typically comes out in these discussions. Because we all know the fair-skinned child ends up being bullied. The smart child ends up being bullied. The child with the freckles ends up being bullied. In sports, in junior high, the skinny kid that hasn't developed physically, who hasn't reached puberty and doesn't have a lot of pubic hair, is going to get bullied a lot once they start having to dress up for gym and take showers in group settings. Everybody knows this. It has nothing to do with any of the other classifications we typically talk about. This is all the result of immaturity and a lack of self-discipline, which we're trying to instill in these children as they grow. And we send them into group dynamics such as public school, expecting that they will continue to grow and mature. But the reality is there are those who resort to bullying behaviors, and some of them become ingrained in that bullying behavior, I believe because of misguided consequences or discipline because of bad behavior at earlier ages. The point is, while not innate, it is learned very easily by children as they develop. And socially, we need to deal with it. Enumerating classifications does not address the root issue. And it leaves some children out of the loop as society attempts to address the problem. Thank you.